Welcome to PaddyCast. In this episode, we're joined by the Might Celt Tyrone McKenna. Actually, the Might Celt nickname, Tyrone, tell us, where did you get it from?
Um, well, obviously, if you don't know now, you don't know. In a film, it's called The Mighty Celt. I was the main actor of it. I wasn't just in some bit role. I was the main guy, and I was a hero for it. So everyone started calling me The Mighty Celt.
Yeah, it actually was a great film. Actually, it's quite a big film here in Ireland. Um, and as you say, you had a leading role in it. Like, what happened? Why did you not stick in the film industry?
Not joking. I think about that every single day because I'd much rather you get pampered every day in on set and like films and stuff. So I'd rather that than getting punched in the face for a living. But so I got that part in the medical. The casting agencies that came around every school in West Belfast, and in Belfast actually they picked out 3,000 kids, and they didn't pick out me. Unfortunately, they picked out all my friends, and I seen in the paper at night in the Telegraph open audition. So I said, I'm going to that audition. I don't care if it didn't pick me. So I went down. I was you know me as a kid. I was the cockiest kid in the world. I thought I was a god among mortals. So I said, I'm getting this part 100%. Went down, full of confidence, got through the first round. There was 10 or 12 rounds. There's 3,000 kids, so there was 10 or 12 rounds. Whittled down to 4 kids. They were all big named actors. Like they've been in a couple of films, like main actors in a couple of films, and I don't know why, but they chose me, and it was the best thing they ever done.
It paid off because I watched it myself. It was a brilliant film.
The critics love me. The critics fucking love me.
I think Arthur, you were telling me before that you were maybe getting primed for another film, and they put you on speech lessons for different accents.
Yes. This is what happened. I got a massive agent. She was a massive agent in London. She was a massive agent in New York. She done high profile actors, like really high profile actors. And she said, "Look, you've got a Belfast accent. It's very strong. You need to go to elocution lessons and get American accents, English accents, so you can go to like parts for different parts of the world." And I said, right, okay, but she'd signed me after the Berlin Film Festival, so I was 2 years after the film. I had spent all my medical money. I was skint, my man and dad was skint, and she said, right, go to these elocution lessons, and it was £150 an hour, and she wanted me block book 10 lessons. That's a grand and a half that I certainly don't have. So I said that, yep, I block booked them. I'm going to these lessons, and she sent me to Judi Dench films, speaking English accent, Tom Hanks films, all for like 6-figure contracts. And I went to these auditions, and they said, right, put on an English accent, put on a South London accent or something, put on a Philadelphia accent, and I just said, no, not today. Well, so I think she got fed up, and she sacked me off. And then out of the blue one day, I got a phone call from Pierce Elliott. He was the director of the Mighty Celt, and he said, look, Game of Thrones are looking you for a part. If they said that they want you to watch your film, they really like you. They're doing it's in Belfast. It's a series in Belfast. It hadn't been out yet, so I didn't know what it was. So it's going to be a big series in Belfast, and I just heard of Game of Thrones. That sounds shit. So I didn't even pay attention to it, and I know I did. And said, right, okay, I'll go to this audition, blah blah blah. And he said, right, it's Saturday, and I said, okay, and I hung up the phone. I was with Tommy McCarthy, my friend, and he said, Tyrone, this Saturday we have to go to a Jay-Z concert in Manchester. And I said, do you know what? Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. It's nothing. It's not going to be big. And bang, went to Jay-Z concert, had a great time, and Game of Thrones turned out to be huge.
So basically,
Over in my
Jay-Z and Tom McCarthy are the blame for your failed acting career.
100. Oh, Tommy McCarthy is the blame for my life. I should be living it up. I should be buying yachts, and I don't know what else. Champagne. Do
Well,
people buy
here
champagne when they're rich?
we're going to move on to something more important, your sporting career. Um, you're obviously a highly successful professional boxer at the minute, but
At the minute, what are you trying to say? I'm going to downfall soon.
no,
At the minute, you're highly
it's
successful,
ongoing.
but give me 5 weeks.
No, I want to know about like obviously how you get started in boxing. Like, take me through your amateur days, like what went on there, and the process of like going professional. So, like, basically from your time as an amateur first.
Well, obviously, as I was a kid, I think everyone went in Belfast, but in particular West Belfast, instead of going to football clubs or GA clubs, they always go to boxing clubs. So you're always sent to go down to the boxing club to learn how to fight and stuff. So I was sent by my daddy, me and my brother, at 8 years old. Um, and it was more a winter sport to me. I just went when it was freezing outside because I wanted somewhere warm. But when it
Yeah.
was roasting, I didn't go near the boxing club. But after about 9 or 10, I started taking it a bit more serious, and I got my first fight. My daddy said, "Right, I'm buying these boxing boots. They're a week's wage. Um, if I give you these, you cannot leave for 1 year." I went, I wasn't taking it that serious. I was like, right. I was thinking about it, and the boots looked brilliant. I said, right, okay. I got them. I boxed. And after that, I wanted to leave so many times. And I always said to myself, my daddy's going to kill me if I leave. So I didn't leave. And by the end of the year, I started winning everything. Started winning Antrums and Ulsters and All Ireland. Well, I didn't win All Irelands that year, but I started getting really good. And then I just said, fuck it, I'm leaving. Or I'm staying with boxing, and I stuck at it. Well, I'm
How,
sure career progressed a lot since then.
how many how many All Irelands did you win?
One, I don't know, about seven All Irelands, but they're only underage. But on intermediate level as well. But once I hit intermediate, once I hit 17, 18, I started doing what normal teenagers would do, like going out and drinking and trying to find girls and stuff like that. So it took a bit of a detour after 17. After I got beat by a car from, it kind of took a bit of a detour.
Like, you lost to him, and he was up to your kneecap. How did you lose to
Do
him?
you ever see the picture of
Yeah,
him?
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But it's before that, I was very talented when everything was easy. Like the intermediates, I had 4 fights in intermediates. I didn't get punched once. That stopped every single person in the first round. That's 4 fights. Stopped everyone in intermediates without getting punched. And so I was very talented. But then when I turned senior, I was expecting everything to be as easy as it was in the juniors and intermediates and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And obviously I got up against Carl Frampton, who's two-weight world champion,
yeah.
and obviously got beat. And I thought to myself, that's it, that's me done. I've just got beat, blah blah blah. And I went on a rampage, and I wanted to hang out with my mates and do what normal people would do. Because I missed a lot of you miss a lot of your childhood boxing.
Yeah.
So once I hit that, once I got beat, I just said fuck this and went reckless.
But I think maybe it helped you. Um, Even though you say you went a bit reckless, but I think it helped you that most of your best mates were boxers as well, and they were boxing too.
It was so even yourself, Tommy McCarthy, Tro McCullough and stuff like that. I was watching you all go to like the Commonwealths and the Olympics and stuff, and I was just sitting there going, so why did I leave boxing? Like I think it was a year and a half retired, and I just said to myself, I need to get back to boxing. Um, so I actually think it was when I seen these in the comments. I went, fuck this, I need to do something. So I started mailing a few agents or managers, sorry, in America, and I said, right, I'm going to save up. I'm going to go to America. I'm going to turn professional because I think I was a bit late to go back into amateur. Because
Yeah.
so I said, right, I'll turn pro and I'll see what I can do. And I think also half of it was I just wanted to get to America. It wasn't I wanted to turn pro. I knew that was my way to get to America, but I want to go to America.
Yeah.
So I
So,
saved up. Um, 2 months before I was going, my girlfriend and she got pregnant with obviously me, and and I said to her, look, I'll have one fight and then I'll just come home. I've already paid for everything. Everything's already sorted, so I can't really let everyone down. So I went over. I had my one fight. Came home. I won my first fight. Came home, and I said, "That's right. That's me retired," and I got a job. Um, and because obviously I had a kid, I had to pay for rent and stuff.
yeah.
So I said, right, I'll step up. I'll just do what I'm supposed to do, and I'll get a job. Half a about a year into the job, I was sitting there one day. I was in a call center. I'd been earphones in, taking a call, and then I see my phone ringing, and I was like, right, okay. Hung up this wee call, picked up that, and it was a person from, well, it was actually Ray Ginley. Ray Ginley, one of my friends, but he had a connection in London who who was funding him at the time as a professional boxer, and he said to me, "Look, Mark Ablett wants you to go over to Philadelphia with me. He's going to pay you. He's going to pay you a wage every month, and he's going to fund everything. He's going to pay for your flights, your accommodation over there." And I said, "No problem." Put on a wee headset, walked out of the job mid shift, and was never as happy in my life to
Brilliant.
leave. I hated that job, and then that's when my professional career properly started.
So you say you started your professional career in Philly.
Mm.
What was it like training over there? Like in regards to obviously you've trained in Marbella and Scotland, but like how different was it training in America? Like their heads and methods compared
Yeah,
to here.
I really loved America. America's like in Ireland, in the UK and stuff. Kids are brought up in an amateur system and an amateur style and stuff like that. But in America, they disregard amateur systems completely.
Yeah,
They don't even focus. They don't even know what's happening in amateur. Really, they don't even care about amateur at all. Like any gym you go into in Philadelphia, I don't know if other states are like that, but like I walked into uh, my gym that I trained in, and there's people there for 2 3 years hadn't even had a fight because they don't want to be amateur. They just want to be professional.
yeah,
They're training to turn professional. So it's a completely different outlook. So kids 8 years old are growing up and not having fights at amateur and then turn professional, and they're lethal because that's all they've been taught, the
yeah,
professional way of fighting. So every spar you have in Philadelphia, no matter what, they've had one fight or 10 fights or no fights, they're very, very good because they've been in the gym hungry for so long. So I think you learn insane amounts um over there. I mean, I was sparring top class people, and Jerome Ennis, he's he's going to be massive in the next year or two.
yeah.
Um, Ray Robinson, who just drew with Josh Kelly, was sparring Julian Williams, who's world champion. Um, so the level of boxing over is just way, way above what we're used to.
So you would agree that going there and starting off your career there, it was definitely worth it.
100%. I mean, the stuff I learned over is a toughened job as well. See the sparring, like as you see it in the Mayweather series and stuff, people crowd around. They're
Like dog
banging
face.
they're banging the canvas and they're shouting madness and like you being from Ireland, not from America, not from around their streets. They don't know who you are, and you're coming in. They're looking at you like, who is this new guy? But they
Yeah.
have to really prove themselves, but try and bother you, and you have to prove yourself to get respect. So the stuff you learn out there is, I think, unbelievable and valuable.
So obviously, it came back from it came back from Philadelphia,
Mm.
and like, how did you end up with like training with NGM and Marbella?
Right. So see Philadelphia. I went over to Philadelphia, and I think I had 4 or 5 fights out there. But I was there for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I was having one fight, and then I wasn't getting another fight for 4 months. So it was really stop, start, and it wasn't living life. Like, it was because it was stop, start. I was having one fight, and then I was going on the drink and not caring about training and stuff like that. And then 4 months would come past, and I have another fight, and I kept on going like that, and I wasn't making any real money.
Yeah,
So at this stage, I had 2 kids, and I wasn't really giving Trina any money out of boxing because I wasn't making that much. I was just making enough to keep me in Philadelphia. So I got to the fifth fight. I went home for just before Christmas, and the guy that was funding it all, he went bankrupt, basically, let's say. So he went bankrupt. He tagged me saying, "Look, can't pay you no more." And I went, "Fuck, I'm skint." Just spent my last wage on the kids' Christmas presents. And Mark Kinley, he was semi looking after me at the time. Like, he, that's what happened. Actually, I went home, had 2 fights on the Mark Kinley, and there was another guy paying me monthly wage, and he dried up as well. And he said, "Look, I can't pay you no more." Right before Christmas, and Mark, I paid my last buttons what I had on Christmas presents, and afterward, he said, "Look, I don't know what you're going to do." I said, "Look, I'm going to retire," and he said, MGM at the time, MTK now, but MGM at the time was looking sparring partners, looking southpaw sparring partners, left-handed sparring partners for Darry Matthews in his world title fight against Terry Flanagan over in Marbella. And I suggested you go over free of charge, um, so that you can maybe show them how good you are, and they'll sign you in the hope that they'll sign you. And I said, right, fuck it. I said, but again, I have zero money. Like, I mean, I had zero money. We just spent all the money on Christmas. So I looked about the house, and I saw like tablets that could sell, Xboxes, Xbox games, jewelry. I sold everything I could sell in the house. Um, and bought flights to go to Marbella. Got enough money for maybe a week to live there. I went over. I had no, like, the day I went to Squire London on Monday, I sparred on Tuesday. I went to the gym. I didn't have head guard, I didn't have sparring gloves, didn't have protector. I had to go around the gym asking, "Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that?" I had to ask your woman, can you just sub me a gum shield? I'll give her the money at the end of the week. I had nothing. And I jumped in, got all the gear, jumped in, sparred Guy Matthews, all the MTK or MGM managers around. And thankfully, I sparred unbelievable. And straight away, they signed me on an end. And my career really, really, really took off when that happened.
So, what was it like? Like, obviously, once they signed you, you were based out there. Then, like, how did you find life in
I
Spain?
know. I literally went over training and going over for a week, sparred Irish Matthews, and next thing I stayed for 7 weeks. Training must have been human. But training's my girlfriend, by the way. What were we saying there?
So, like, obviously, you were signed by NGM and you were
Mm,
staying in Spain then.
yeah.
So, like, how did you go? Did you go over there? Like, was there any familiar faces? Was it like comfortable training there?
Yeah, well, at the start, it was literally just me on my own. I didn't know anyone for the first few weeks. And then Jimmy Connon, he was trained by Danny Vaughan. He was also same MGM. He came over. He's another Belfast fighter, obviously, and I knew him from, didn't know him well, but I knew him from maybe being out a few times in a bar or maybe seeing him at the fights or something. So Sammy knew him, and obviously he was living with me for the next 3-4 weeks. We got really close, and he sorted out me to getting the coach Donny Vaughan. He was coached by Donny Vaughan, and he had a few words with Donny Vaughan and said, "Look, Tyrone's a talented kid, and maybe maybe you should take him under your wing." And he did, and I loved it out in Arbor. I loved everything about it, but it was away from my kids too much. Like,
Yeah.
it was a 3 hour flight. So, and also, as I said before, it was still skint because I hadn't had any fights. And the fights that I was having at that time was you're getting buttons.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really afford here getting a flight mid camp to go to see my family or whatever. So I had to go out there 8 weeks at a time, train my bollocks off, go home, and then I got to see my kids. So it was hard. I loved Marbella being sunny and a nice place to train, but it was very hard to be
Yeah.
away from your kids and away from your missus.
Like, obviously, when I'm saying, like, was there familiar faces there? Because obviously, if like people, if you're surrounded by a team of people it makes training more enjoyable and more easier. So I'm sure you were delighted with me joining camp and ruining camp.
Do you know what? I actually was buzzing when I heard you're joining camp. Proper buzzing. Obviously, I knew you in the amateur system, and I just remembered you as being a wee cunt, a guy that just like got his own way anywhere he went. Like it was remarkable that Ireland team actually kept you on. I don't care if you're 3-time Olympian.
So when I kept them on the job.
I don't care. Actually done their head in as well. But we were close, but then after the amateur system and I left that, we kind of split our own ways and didn't
Yeah.
really talk for a while. And then when you joined the team, it brought a serious buzz and a serious enjoyment to training for me. I proper loved it.
Yeah, I think it was good because obviously, as you say there, when you weren't pro, I was still an amateur. We kind of lost touch a bit. But I think when I joined camp, it was like, but never left each other.
Yeah, but you're one of them type of people. So am I. You're one of them type. We're one of them type of people that we make you feel like we've known you for a
Yeah,
lifetime if we meet you. So when you joined the team, it was proper buzzing. Then Trum McCullough joined the team and Sean McComb joined the team,
yeah,
and it just got to be a proper wee Irish, an Irish team setup. Exactly the same. Like Wall and User had unbelievable crack. Going
yeah.
away to like Philadelphia and Marbella and stuff like that before User came, it was really hard for me because you're just alone really. You're proper alone and
Yeah.
you miss everything. But with User, that it really like became like a family, and
Yeah.
I made it very very easy.
Because obviously, like boxing is an individual sport, but
Yeah, well, and then trying to feed you became a full-time job.
Tom, I think for anyone who follows you on Instagram, you're unreal cook. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm in camp. You made all the usual born food, all the usual born healthy food taste great. So if anyone
yeah.
wants to follow Tone on Instagram, watch him cook. It's that kind of fun.
I like that plug.
Here, so obviously at the minute, you've changed trainers and now you're training with Pete Taylor. What's it like training with him?
Unbelievable. Pete Taylor, as we know, he was a highly decorated amateur coach. He took Katie Taylor from obviously as his daughter. He took her from 8 years old to being
Yeah,
an Olympic champion to dominating the world of amateur boxing. And now she's dominating the world of professional boxing. So the level of experience he's had and the level, see the dedication. This is one thing I think about Pete Taylor, how dedicated he is. So a lot of coaches will on a Friday clock off, finish their session with their professional boxers, and they'll go home, probably just chill out, have a bit of dinner, have a few beers the weekend, which is all right. But Pete Taylor goes home, he cracks open a book full of Russian sessions, translates them for the Monday morning. Like that's a man that's proper.
Yeah.
His whole life, his boxing life, and you can see that like his whole the point of living for him is for boxing, and you can see it. It shows every session that he's 100% in everything. Um, and I love having him as coach. He instills so much confidence in as well. Like I think you need a very confident coach to feel confident. Otherwise, you're going to start doubting yourself. I mean, this guy makes me feel like I beat Muhammad Ali for fuck's sake.
But Pete Taylor obviously is I know from first experience that he's a great coach. You know, you say he's Keith Taylor's dad. He's trained her for all success, but he's also trained Adam Nolan, like from
Yeah, from
taking
that
him as
he came out of nowhere. He
exactly,
came out. He came out of nowhere and won the Irish seniors just because he's with Pete Taylor, I believe.
exactly, and qualified for Olympics, and he helped me and Mick Conlon at the London Olympics. So he's obviously he's clued in. He's always eager to learn, and he always
Yeah,
shows.
that's what his eagerness to learn everything, and he always knows that there's better sessions than he's already using
Yeah.
or he's already doing. So he always tries to better himself every week.
So at the minute, you're in this tournament, the Golden Contract.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you've had is it two fights around it?
No, eight.
No, but you've had two fights in it.
No, eight facing it.
You've had two fights in it.
Eight.
You beat who's the first guy you beat?
Mikey Saki.
Mikey Saki,
Mm,
and then you beat the French guy,
yep, I mean.
Manui, and now you're in the final
Yep.
against your arch nemesis.
Against her, a guy I've had beef with since, I don't know, 2016.
It's a fight that was talked about right from the offset before the drawing took place, and
Yeah.
I think it's fitting that both of you are in the final, and I just can't wait for it.
Yeah. Do you know what? He's very lucky to get the final because he's lucky he had two easy fights. If he had anyone half decent, they would have beat him. That's
Yeah,
the thing. So he's just blessed that he got through to that final. But I'm glad for it because I have, he's talked himself in this fight, but I've also talked myself in this fight. And the stars have aligned, the gods have spoken, and I'm finally going to smash his head in.
brilliant.
And that's all I've wanted for the last 3 4 years. And it's finally coming into fruition.
And do you know what happens if when you win this golden contract? Like, what is the plan for you? Do you know offered?
Well, obviously, the perks of it is you get signed by a top promoter in a top promoter in the world basically, and
Yeah,
you're getting a 5 fight deal. You're getting 6 figures each fight, so you're obviously set for life after I
yeah,
beat O'Hare Davies. But regarding what am I thinking after I beat O'Hare Davies, I'm going to go for a world title. I'm going to fight this. I'm going to fight that. I am not looking to that at all. I mean, this
yeah.
contract is life changing.
It
It's
really is.
it's it's not as good as the world title, but it's just as good as in regards you've changed your life. So at the minute, I'm just fully 1 billion% focused on battering O'Hare Davies, and nothing else is entering my mind. I don't care what happens after I win this contract, and whether it's a world title, whether it's a world title eliminator, whether anything, I don't care. I just want it,
Yeah.
and I know I'm going to batter O'Hara for it.
So you're always on wars. Like every time, like after your fight, you're always in change. You're getting stitched up. With bad cuts and that. Like, who would you say would be your toughest opponent so far?
Toughest opponent. Yeah, but It's hard to say. Well, obviously Jack Catterall's the only one I've lost to,
Yeah.
and he is a world #1 fighter. He's going to fight for a world title soon. But in regards to that fight, it was a hard fight. I mean, the guy hit hard, but it wasn't really really intense. If you know what I mean, like it
Yeah.
wasn't everything wasn't on top of you. I mean, that last fight I had with Mamoon, that was a hard fight. I mean, Mamoon's a world class fighter as well.
Yeah.
He's he was IBO world champion, and him his presence, you could feel his presence all 24/7 in that ring. Like you could
Yeah.
feel it the whole every round, every second of the round. So that was a tough fight. But so maybe he was the toughest fight, but it was an enjoyable fight because I love that kind of action,
Yeah.
as you know. As you
Yeah.
said, I love wars. And before it, I remember Pete Taylor before going, right, you better not get into a war. And I said, Pete, I'm from West Belfast. It's all we know.
It's like
Uh,
were they like talking to the brick wall?
that's because you know what it is. I first day I said, Pete, what are you talking about? I said, look, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. And I went out the first round, and a box, it was so fucking easy. I went back to him, and he went, I was unbelievable. And I said, you know what, Pete, boxing game's quite easy. This isn't as hard as everyone's cracked up to be. And I got the second round. I thought I won that handy enough in third round. And then the fourth round, I went, fuck me, I can't keep this cunt off me. He would not stop.
Relentless.
So I just said, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm going for a war. Started throwing. Because I know I train so hard. And the whole reason I train so hard is because I know I have a mental block in my head where I just love wars and I have to
Yeah.
throw punches. I can't sit there and not throw a punch because there's boxers out there that like be slick and don't throw much and then throw bum 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 and then that's all the throw for the whole round. I can't be like that. If I'm not throwing, I feel like I'm losing the fight.
Yeah.
So in my head, I have to be throwing punches, and that's why I train so hard. And also I don't want to bore fans. As you say, I love a war, but I'm a fan of
Entertainer.
boxing. I'm a I'm a professional boxer, but I'm also a fan of boxing. And if
Yeah.
I'm turning on the TV to watch a boxing fight, I don't want to see someone slipping and rolling and doing all this fancy footwork and throwing a couple punches around. I want to see blood, guts, and wars. So for me, a 6'1" fighter, I can always do it. I can box all day. I won't
You're
be
like
bored.
Paul Williams.
Exactly. That's one of my favorite fighters. But I don't want to bore anyone being 6'1" and boxing. I want to get in there. Think I'm Paddy Barnes, 5'2", and
Oh, 5'4".
get into a war.
But so I think it's safe to say for anyone knows you, you're certainly not born whatsoever.
My big thing is right. I might be the most talented fighter in the world. I might be crowned Tyrone the best boxer to come out of Ireland. But I want to be Ireland's most entertaining fighter. That's all I want to be. I want see when people go, "Who's Tyrell's most entertaining fighter?" I want to be up there going, "Do you know what? There was such and such and such, but Tyrone McKenna was up there as well." That's
You,
what I
you,
want.
you've definitely a shoe in anyway, 100%.
Soon here, give me another 2 more fights.
So tell us this as well. As we're moving on now to the peak and pit of your career. So I want to know about your lowest moment and your highest moment of your career.
Hmm. That's tough.
You can
Right, my
obviously,
highest moment in my career. Well, it's going to have to be the win I got recently. I mean, I was fighting a top 20 in the world fighter, Mamoon. He's highly ranked. He's highly rated.
yeah,
I was an underdog going into the fight, a heavy underdog. He was heavy favored for the whole competition, not just against me, against everyone. So to go into that fight, knowing that you're underdog, I love
Yeah.
that kind of mindset where that everyone expects you to compete, and to go out there and put on an absolute 10 round war and to get the win. There's nothing better. It's good to win. It's always good to win. It's always good to get a knockout and stuff like that. But there's nothing better than getting down to 10th round, bell goes, and you don't know who's won. You're like, he could win it, I could win it, it could be a
Yeah.
draw, anything. And then you hear your name getting called out. There's nothing better than it in the world. That's a fact. So that was my high. That was the peak so far. So far. The pit when what year was it? I don't know, but it was in Marbella one day, and then Danny Vaughan came in and he said, Paddy Barnes is joining the team. I went, what? It's a fucking joke. Uh,
That was definitely the pick your career, John.
the pit of my career, I wouldn't say it was the worst part of my career. I've enjoyed all my career, to be honest. Obviously, I've had a few times where wanted to retire and stuff,
Yeah.
but the thing that really annoys me, I think, sometimes is Lewis Benson. I fought Lewis Benson. I had a absolute brutal camp where I didn't take boxing seriously until after that fight. That's what gave me a kick up a hole, basically.
Yeah.
So I didn't die properly. I was a stone overweight about a week before the fight. I was I was going home at the weekends and drinking and stuff and not taking anything serious. And Christ at it. I can't even remember the weigh-in. Absolutely.
Actually, I remember you had a bath that morning.
I know I would
You never react there.
my heart was going to explode and I couldn't walk upstairs or nothing. I've never felt like getting weigh-ins. And even my physique in the weigh-in, I looked terrible. And I just thought to myself, why have I done this? Like, I'm a professional boxer, my career's semi going well. It was going well, and then I done that, and I had a tough fight with a fighter I think I should have won easily. Like, I should have beat him easy, should have been a handy night's work, and I made it hard for myself. I did win, and it was a great fight. Everyone loved the fight,
Yeah.
but I could have made it a lot easier for myself. And after that, that's when I got Stephen Floyd on board, got a nutritionist, and I really knuckled down and became a
Yeah.
professional boxer from then. I took everything serious and I said to myself, look, you have one chance of boxing. This is it. You need to take everything seriously and you need to
Yeah.
do everything properly. I mean, you're away from your family, you're away from your kids. If you can't take it seriously, then fuck off home.
Like, John, obviously, I know he's a person because we're very close friends, but like the Jack Carroll defeat, like
We friends.
how did that really make you feel like?
See, it was bittersweet because obviously I was a big underdog against Jack Catterall as well. I was wasn't a nobody, but it wasn't a big name or a name in the UK or Ireland scene.
Yeah.
I'd had a few good fights, like a few good wins, but no one really paid attention to me. And then I took the Jack Catterall fight. I said, right, let's do it. And I was heavy underdog. I mean, Jack Catterall was this big, massive BT Sport, face of BT Sport, big name. And no one expected anything of me, which I revel in. I love that kind of feeling. And I got in, had an absolute war where people thought I was going to get blown out in 2 rounds. I got dropped in the second, got dropped in the third or fifth, got dropped in the sixth or something like that. And I should have been out. I should have been down and out. I
Yeah.
mean, people were like, "Fuck, that's it, that's done." And I clawed my way back, and I made it an unbelievable fight. I had all the Odyssey going mental, and then I was only 1 point in it against a world number
Yeah.
one, and I'd been dropped 3 times. So from that, I got beat, and I was absolutely gutted. But it was bittersweet in that I
That's
got a name from it. Everyone stood up and noticed. Here, Tyrone McKenna is not a joke. Tyrone McKenna's not just a mouthpiece. He actually can fight, and he actually loves a war. And
that fight.
first couple of nights after that were great because you're going out with your friends and you're enjoying life, and you're like, right, everyone loves me because I had a great war. Then it hits Monday. It does hit Monday, and all your mates in work or and your girlfriends and work and stuff, and you're just left in the house on your own. You're just like, right, bang, it hits you that you just got beat, and you think your world's over. You think, bang, that's my career over. You're done. There's nowhere else you can go. So for the first 5-6 days, maybe a week, you're proper depressed, and you're just. I was going to the bar I was getting up in the morning about 12 o'clock and going to the bar because there's not like you're just lying in bed and going, what the fuck are you else supposed to do? You have no mates because they're all in work. You just got beat, you're melted, you're depressed. So you just go to the bar. And I was doing that regularly for the next 2 weeks, and then I just had to shake myself off and say,
Did you have like a support system? Like, did you have people like around you who like helped you and like
you
talked to you?
do, but you don't think they'll understand.
Mm.
Like, no one understands. I mean, boxer is a lonely sport. So you don't think anyone understands. And the boxers I knew, I mean, obviously, me and you joke about it and stuff like that, but we don't take anything serious. And neither do any of my mates. We all take it as a joke. So you're just sitting there on your own mind, and your missus is telling you everything's sweet, but she doesn't know what you're going through because she's never boxed in her life, and you're just crumbling inside. And then it does be bad, but then you have to shake yourself off and go, look, fuck this. You get back on the horse, and that's what it did.
Back on the horse. Look, we are now. You're in the final to go in contact, so it's all good. So
I know. So anyone out there that's got beat, don't worry, it's not your last shot.
So obviously you're away in like Philadelphia out there, and you had to leave Trina. He was pregnant at the time at home.
Listen, I actually don't know how this woman done it. I had to pretend, right? So I went away. So I went away when I went away to Philadelphia. I had a 11-month-old daughter and a newborn son, and I literally went away to Philadelphia for 3 months. So she had this newborn for 3 months. This 11-month-old daughter for 3 months on her own. She had a job to handle. I wasn't giving her any money. I was skint. So she was paying the rent, the groceries, for everything for the kids. Me and 2 kids which are just born, and holding down a full-time job and holding down me. So it was incredible.
So I can say to say when you win this gun contract, it's going to be dedicated to Trina.
I literally used to have to phone her up and say, "Oh fuck, I hate this place. I'm having a shit time. It's training's hectic. I'm doing this and that." I was just trying to make it sound so shit that she felt a bit better. It was fucking brilliant.
Oh my god!
I just, even in Marbella, you have to downplay everything to your missus because their job's worse than yours at the start.
Yeah.
Because they're paying for everything, they're doing everything for you to have this career, to have this future, and then they're putting their own future and their own career and what they want to do on hold just for you. So you're doing for everyone. At the start of my career, I was like, right, she was paying she had 2 bank cards, and I had one, she had one, and I used to buy everything with her money, and I didn't have a cent. And I always used to say to myself, I need to make this work, I need to make this happen. And I didn't know if I fully believed it, but Sammy did, and I kept on telling her, this is going to happen, it's going to happen, don't worry. And I don't think she believed me at all. But it finally fucking did happen. And when these kind of fights now validates my whole career, validates all that shit time and her having to pay for everything, and the tears and the arguments and all, it finally
working off. Yeah. Unbelievable. Now at the minute you've changed the camp, but you're still having to travel away, albeit you're in the same country. Like, so having to you're having to train weekly in Bray, and that incurs a cost because you're going down there yourself in Trumbullculla,
Yeah.
having to pay weekly dues, and so what I'm trying to say is, if there any potential sponsors looking to sponsor the two
No,
Tyrones for an apartment or
an
hotel stay,
apartment because Dublin's not cheap. Because Dublin is very, very expensive.
yeah, well, they're
But
looking DM
I
us.
love it down in Dublin. To be honest, we're talking about Dublin. Like going down Monday to Friday and coming back up home at the weekends suits me down to the ground. I
Yeah,
love it. And right now we have an apartment 7 days a week. I don't need to come home on the weekends, but I love coming home on the weekends. It breaks
yeah,
up camping, and I really really enjoy it. So, but yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor, we
100%.
apartment.
So what's next? Is there any idea when the hard days fight might happen?
There's been rumors that I'm not going to put on PaddyCast, but there's been rumors of when it may happen, and it's not too far away. So
Happy days, happy days.
I'm buzzing. I'm obviously booked an apartment there. I paid for an apartment for the next 12 months, and it cost me an absolute fortune. So the sooner the better. But yeah, it shouldn't be too long in the pipeline. Obviously, I was supposed to fight in July or June 26th. That's a couple of weeks away. And obviously, this all happened as COVID-19, and
Yeah.
it's got pushed back. So hopefully, August, September, maybe.
Obviously, yourself and the horror have a serious grudge. Like, do you think it'll die after your fight?
It depends. I mean,
Because
I always say I've hated a lot of people in fights. Like I've heard about people in weigh-ins and stuff, and push people, and had a lot of confrontations. But when you fight and you have them 10 rounds or 8 rounds or whatever with another fighter, and you give it your all, you can't have nothing but respect
yeah.
for the guy. So I can't say that I will dislike him after his fight, because I think I always respect people after
Yeah.
I've had I've shared a ring with them.
So when they go in contract, uh, get a world title shot. Who would you prefer out of all the current world champions to fight? I know you don't care about any of them, but who would you prefer?
Ramirez,
WBC?
just because of his style, I just think me and him would have an absolute tear up, and I love, as I said, entertaining everyone. So I think we'd be the most entertaining. But there's people out there that I'd love to fight as well that aren't world champions, like Chris Algieri. He's one ranking above me.
Yeah.
I'd love to fight him because
Massive
I
name.
think me and him would be an absolute unbelievable fight to watch.
Yes, he would. I'm a big name too.
I know he's a massive name.
Massive profile.
And he also thinks he can cook. I'll fucking show him cooking.
Yes, he has a book out, a cookbook.
A cookbook, oh, that's my next venture, cookbook.
Well, here we're going to move on now to the quick fire round. So, if you could
Yeah.
choose,
No, I'm not going to say.
if you could choose a different sport, what would it be?
I'm terrible at all sports, even boxing. But let me think. If I could choose one sport, probably snooker, because then you can eat and drink whatever you want.
Or darts?
Or darts, but I'd rather snooker, I think.
Your greatest rival?
It's the one that I'm fighting next. It's OD. We've had beef since 2016, and we hate each other. We've had a lot of confrontations. So this is the rival on rival. This is the big one.
Brilliant. Have you got a pre-fight superstition?
Saying that, I don't believe in superstitions, because I used to have stupid superstitions before I went on the Irish team. And Jerry Hussey said superstitions lead to you getting beat, because say you have lucky socks, lucky boxers, and you can't find your lucky socks the day of the fight, then you're going to be in your mind going, fuck, I'm going to get beat because you
That's
don't have
true.
lucky socks. So if you have little things to have be superstitious about, you can't get beat.
Yeah. Have you got a favorite quote or a favorite saying?
I do. Nah, forget it. Now I'm blanking. But I've uh, I've had a lot of money spent on women, drink. You know this one.
I hate you hate your George Best, don't you?
But a lot of money spent on women, drink, and fast cars, and I've squandered the rest.
I love it. That's a great quote.
That is a great
The
one.
legend
George
George
Best is the
Best.
hero.
So, who is your favorite sports person, past or present?
Just George Best.
George
What
Best.
an absolute hero. I love the guy.
Yeah, what a guy.
Idol, idol. And then Peter Munga, is he called? Who's
Pyramid guy.
Peter Munga? He'd probably be a second favorite,
Yeah.
maybe Xi Jinping third. There's a lot of sporting icons I really, really enjoy.
Funny how you remember people who
Gonzalez,
beat me years and years and years
Gonzalez.
ago.
What?
Funny how you remember random names from like 2009 who beat me.
I see, to be honest, I was actually watching one of the sporting games.
That's and then I slipped. Look, I'm soaking all the water in the ring. It's happened.
What?
Because the ring was wet, it was raining. I slipped.
That's one of my heroes, Christopher Gonzalez.
And I thought the referee would tell me to stay down.
No, rain, slip.
So here, do you want to give any shout outs to any sponsors?
A lot of sponsors. A lot of.
I want to hear this one.
Right. This is a memory test. Lux, Core Sport. See, boss, these guys have been legends because during this COVID-19, I don't know if their business are even running. They're still paying me monthly, so fair dues them and legends for keeping the dream alive. But Lux Interiors, Core Sports, Bad Mondays, Peak Physique, acquired. It's going to go on for a while here. Acquired Lisbon Chiropractor. I'm going to forget loads now, and it's going to look bad. I forgot the rest.
Well, you're sponsored by a lot of people, so hopefully they can see it all in your social medias.
Exactly. It's all him on social media.
Well, Joan, I just want to thank you for being part of PaddyCast, and I wish you well in the rest of your career, even though I'll be there for your final fight.
Will it? Because it may be closed doors.
Joan, I get him water doesn't. So thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
Good night.
And love you. And yeah, I love you.
All right.
I miss you.
That was easy.